Okay, so let's have a look at this new orders section in your Etsy shop. Hey, it's Pam Duthie and me, a Cat McFuzzylugs, and we're here to help you craft your career with Etsy marketing tips every Monday. So if this is something you're interested in, don't forget to come back every Monday. And today, for those of you who haven't noticed, Etsy is rolling out a new look on your shop manager for your orders section. So I just wanted to have a quick look through that and see what's different from before. So let's have a look. So we get to this, obviously, from your shop manager. And then we're going to come into orders and shipping. And this is the new section that they've got, which does have quite a few interesting new features. I'm still getting used to it. I've only had it for a couple of days myself. So I'm going to show you the bits I love and the some bits I hate or haven't figured out yet. So if you know how to work them and I don't, please let me know. So the very first thing, I've changed this up slightly. We've got a drop down on the side. This was set up straight away by oldest listings, which does kind of make sense because you want to see what you've got to work on the first, but I'm just used to seeing it with the newest first. I like to see when an order comes in, it's just sitting at the top here so I can deal with it. But of course, maybe over time I'll get used to having it the other way around. So I changed that straight away. We've also here, we can click them by your shipped by date. I'm going to use the funky little pen tool here. So we've got by your ship by date. So you could click on any of these buttons here to have a look to see if you wanted to see only your listings that were overdue or the ones that need to ship really quickly so that you have to deal with. So you can filter by those things. And also your destinations, which I suppose, which will be really helpful because this is too tempting to be doodling on the screen. Right, meters off. Because in the run up to Christmas, when I've got shipping dates for the United States and the rest of the world, and they're coming up close, I want to deal with those orders quickly and get them done before the shipping dates, and then I've got an extra week to get to the United Kingdom. So that's going to be a real useful tool. Okay, so again, we've got the tabs at the top, in progress and completed. Well, new and completed. In progress is a bit of a different one. Now we can mark items. So you see this button here, it's saying update progress. So we can, you're not just saying when you've got something and then when it's finished, you can also mark it in progress when you've started working on it, which I think it's something I've got to get used to, but I think it's going to be really useful if you've got a whole lot of listings and you're working through them at busy times. As you can see, I'm sitting with about 16 listings, well, 16 sales to work through. So you can start, as you get to each listing and you start working on it, you can click in progress. And then that keeps you right, you know where you're up to. And then once you get it completed, then here we have all the details to mark it complete, which I'm obviously not going to do because that's my latest one. Mark it complete, just our usual shipping notices. What is very different about this, which is actually, it's cool, but I'm seeing a wee problem with it. If you click on the listings, pops up at the side some very useful things. Again, you can change in progress and everything, and we've got extra actions. So you print out addresses, change the ship by date, mark it as a gift, which I don't know what that'll do, and issue a refund. And this all pops up at the side of your listing. And we also have in here, you can go to the conversation with a person, you can drop down the full conversation. I'm obviously not going to do that because that's between myself and the customer, but you can reply right from here without having to go to another window. You can add yourself a private note if you want to make any notes about the listing. I'll have to blur out this address, and then we've got the receipts and all the other data that you've usually got. Now the only problem here is this only shows the one message. So if you have a customer, like when I'm going through a custom order, sometimes customers will message in several different messages. They might talk to me in one place and then send photographs in a different message and then send another message. So quite a lot of the time what I'm wanting to do when I'm finding a message, I'm wanting to find the photographs of what I want to work on, and you can't always find it through this screen. Although this is so helpful that everything's just here, you can reply to your customer right here in the screen and then just click to shut that, and you're just back in your orders and shipping screen. So if you have to message out a lot of customers all at once, then this allows you to just keep them all in the line and click through and get all the different customers. So that is super nice and helpful, but like I say, it's also a bit of a pain in the backside if the customer isn't messaging you all in the one message, which happens quite a lot. You can only find the one message. We've got as well, if you click on their names, this, you can head to the user profile, you can look at the order history, and this is where you can get to the other conversations. So it's telling you the conversation history and how many conversations you have with them, and the customer's email address. Oops, and if you click anywhere to come off, it's going to open up that window again, which can be slightly annoying, but it's not a massive deal. So, and again, here's another button to take you to the conversations, and then our more actions. Yeah, we already looked at that. So that's pretty much all there is to it. The other thing that I'm having trouble with is in the old way of doing this. If you've got an order that's sold and you want to renew it, if you haven't got multiple set up or an automatic renew when someone buys it, you used to be able to just, it would say sold out underneath the photo of the item, and there would be the little gear that you could just click on to say relist, renew sold, yeah, that was it. You could click on that, and I can't find that anywhere in this. I had to physically go into the order, you go into the listing and renew it. It's a small thing, and I'm possibly just missing something. I've got to wait until something else sells, and probably most people don't do it like that. They'll have their listings renew, but as you can see, I've only got one of each quantity, and they haven't been on auto renew. So it's probably telling me that I need to change how I'm doing that. Quite a lot of the things in my shop are historical from how we did things in the past, and I've got to change. I've got like 400 listings kicking about in my shop, so I just go in and change them one at a time really slowly. But anyway, I hope you like that first look at this new orders and shipping section on Etsy. I think they've made a lot of new improvements. I think it runs really nicely, it's lovely and smooth, and it looks pretty clear and understandable, and all these different filters to be able to find your listings is going to be so much more helpful. And just from an aesthetic point, I like the fact that it kind of fills the screen a bit more. So I think it looks awesome. It's a little bit of a pain if your customer has more than one conversation, but that's no more of a problem than it used to be. You just go into the conversation history rather than just clicking on the listing like that. I really do love that. And that being unable to renew sold, or I haven't been able to find how to renew sold, is a little bit of a pig as well for me. But otherwise, so far, thumbs up. So if you're offered to change into this, here's an idea of what it looks like, and if you think you can cope, I would definitely say give it a wee shot because it's pretty cool. So thank you so much for joining me. If you like videos like this and you want to learn more about Etsy tips and tricks, then don't forget, click on my wee face to subscribe, come back every Monday, and check out the video down there that YouTube thinks you might want to watch. Okay, thank you so much. See you later.